Genetic patterns are a real physical factor in our lives. So we make changes to adjust to avoid negative physical implications. But how can we make a real change to break away from our own family mental health history? A lot of us got diabetes in my family. It's just one of those things that just seems to just come and just pop up. High blood pressure and diabetes, they're just twins. They just pop up in my family. So I have to make adjustments. I went to the doctor about 8 months ago and he told me I was pre-diabetic. So I made adjustments and I ended up accidentally losing weight. I didn't want to let go of Krispy Kreme donuts, but I had to at the time, so I actually lost a lot of weight. How would you even begin to break away from family mental health issues?
For me, I kind of relate with that because I think depression is something that kind of runs in my family. And I think, I don't have, the definitive answer or anything, but for me, realization was a huge part of that. And I'm not saying you'll always realize yourself either, because that can be one of the hardest things, because you can just fall into an emotion and then that kind of becomes you and you don't even know why you have taken on this way of dealing with a challenge.
I think, you just took a huge weight off my shoulders, because I've always believed that my choices was what made me bald. Now you're telling me it was actual heredity?
It was heredity.
Wow. Being aware of the issue that happens in your family helps you to at least come to terms with it, and then you can start to formulate a way of at least addressing it for yourself.
So if you're in a sunken place, or if you're on a train that's taking you in the wrong direction, or whatever, you just need to be able to step back from the situation for a minute. Is that what I'm hearing?
As important as it is, like you're saying, to label things, it's also really important to keep hope. That even if my train is going in the wrong direction, at least I know it's going in the wrong direction. At the next stop, I can get off and get on the right
That's
train.
That's good. Yeah,
Amen.
I like that.
Amen.
I like that.
Yeah, there's a train going back the other way, right?
It's crossed.
Well, something that gave me a lot of power in my own life was when I learned that as a young boy, I just got given what my family knew. And so in my family story, I come from an Italian heritage, and they're very passionate people, and there's a lot of sometimes anger and raised voices and loudness in the way we communicate, and quite confrontational.
Yeah.
And as I grew up finding myself in these heated situations, but I wasn't connected to my story, and so I didn't realize why I had this anger, and I struggled to accept it within myself.
Wow.
But when I learned that this is what my parents were given and they haven't addressed it, and then as a young boy you just absorb what you're given, and so I don't actually know any better. I've only learned what they've given me, and as I became aware of that, I'm like, I do this because I don't know another way. I'm able to start redirecting my train from where it's heading because I'm aware of what's actually happening.